Hey, good morning. Want to do a quick video I was talking about the other day with somebody on the risk profile graph on thinkorswim here and kind of how to use that. If you're kind of a visual person and you like to see what everything's going to do, I think it's pretty helpful. As you can see, I kind of usually put stuff on my charts here. This was a trade I did on QQQ earlier this week, and I've got the IWM open expiring today. So how do you get to it? Is you go to Analyze here, and then click risk profile. Okay. If you don't have any open positions, or if you haven't added anything to this before, this will just be blank like this. Okay. So our plan here, let's just say your plan is it's going to break through and keep going. Okay, that's just hypothetical. So we'll use that for example. What you need to do is you need to add some simulated trades. Okay, there's really two ways you can do this. You can go to here and like find whatever it is you want to add and right click and hit analyze. You can do it that way, or if you create like a vertical spread or something here, if you hold control key, it'll add both things to it there too, by the way. And you can hit analyze trade or the opposite of that or whatever. So you can add it that way and it'll put it right here, or you can go to this and you can add in separate things here too. So that's how you add the trades to it. So go back to your risk profile graph now. I have no idea what I added here. Now anything that's checked is going to show up on this. Okay, so for now let's just do the vertical spread. This is a looks like an in the money spread. Now your numbers, if you're going to be messing with all this stuff here, you want to unlock that so that your price will fluctuate. If you set it like I'm only paying, if I pay $20 for it, this is going to be your graph here. Okay, if you unlock it, that's the current price. Okay, so to make it simple, let's just do it on a straight call here real quick. So we've got let's just do the January. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, so right click delete, you can take this out of there. January 18th, next Friday, 165 call. Okay, it's a little bit out of the money. So you got two lines here. You'll notice the blue line is at expiration. Okay, so we've got the 165 call, and if you hover your mouse, you got that vertical line at the bottom that shows you where your price is at. So right at 165, if you look in the bottom left over here, that shows you what your price is going to be worth. The blue is what's going to be worth at expiration. So right around 165, it's not going to be worth anything. Okay, or actually it'd have to be a little bit over to break even because of your cost in it. So the purple line is the current date. Now that purple line is based off of this right here. So this is going to be today. Right here's, if you can see the current price is right here. Okay, so that's, if you have the current date, the price is usually going to be right at your break even. Now, other thing I've noticed too, when you go, like I go to 112, that's technically like the 12th midnight, like 12 a.m. So that's the very first minute of the day. So really what that is that's overnight between the 11th and 12th. Like on the 12th, this is what this would open at. Okay, so let's skip to Monday. If the price went up to 165, let's say, we'll set it right there on 165 on Monday. Now, at expiration, that's going to be worth, well, you're going to lose $50 on that, okay? But on Monday, because you still got some time left on it, that's going to be worth, your purple number is 115 profit then, okay? If it went up to 165 Monday, that's probably a little unrealistic, but that's how it works. Now, you can see each day, let me slide that over. Sometimes when you do that, it's trying to show you the whole thing, but it kind of crams it, so there. So, there's today, there's our current price. So we're planning on it. Let's just say you plan on it get to 165 today. You're going to be at 160 profit. Cool. Now we got to get to Monday though. Okay. Notice this changes a lot over the weekend. Opens on Monday. So you got to 165 today, and it opens at the same spot on Monday. Now it's only worth 119. That's your theta. Okay. Now the other thing, it won't affect basic trades as much if you start doing diagonals or calendars where your back end expiration is a few weeks difference. You want to click this little guy right here. Okay, this is your volatility adjustment, and you can adjust this up or down. So if volatility increases, now as it's going up, it's typically not going to be increasing though. Okay, so that would be if it was going down. Okay, So that's kind of the issue where like your calls, even as they're going up in value, you're not seeing the increase on the call value as much. So um, this is if it went down, it's gonna hold its value a little bit better. But if volatility went up 10%, like we still were sorry, down 10% like we were climbing, see what happens there. Okay, so that's kind of important, and you can go in and you can set individual strike price, volatility adjustment, all that. I don't think there's any reason to do that. Up here, you can include or exclude commissions, but yeah, then you can add in second trade, like that's the like if we wanted to turn it into a vertical spread, we wanted to sell the 166 or something, then okay, so you can see how that adds that in there. So now your break evens somewhere in here, and then your max profit. So, and you can add these together to where you can see your total cost together, because right now you'd have to kind of do that in your head, 59 minus 35. So if you add those together, same way, when you click this, if you hold control, when you click the second one, it'll add them as a group together. And there's a whole lot of other stuff, but yeah, I mean, you can mess with doing all sorts of things here, adding all sorts of goofy legs and whatever else, and you can kind of visually see what it's going to look like, what it's going to, if it's going to be profitable, on what days, that sort of thing. So it's a good visual tool, though. So hopefully that helps.